Well, how about now? I don't know. I hope, Tom, I don't know if you're still hanging around. Let's see. There. Oh, you can see me now, huh? This is exactly why I wanted to try and hop on. So I was saying already that one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because I'm using a totally new streaming service platform. I used to use StreamYard, and I had some things that just didn't. I don't know. I wasn't super happy with that, and so I don't know if did anybody see the intro or anything. So I'm not sure if that was happening either, but I found a little button that turned it on here, turned on the live cam anyway. So not sure if any of the intro stuff was happening. I have a countdown and a fun little thing. Okay, so intro was running. Okay, good. Good to know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being my guinea pigs this evening. Oh goodness. Well, anyway, welcome Tom and Moon Scarab. Appreciate you stopping by. Um, I wanted to hop on because I have a couple new things that I got that I'm pretty excited about. Then also, I have the giveaway coming up. Um, and we have Hershey here. Hi, Hershey. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We're working through some technical glitches here, but I think maybe everything's starting to come through. So, anyway, I have the giveaway coming up, and tomorrow at noon Eastern time is the deadline to get in on that. And the way you do that is on video that I posted about tarot on Reddit. R/tarot is the title of that video. If you go in there, watch that video. You have to be subscribed, but you go in, make a comment. That is a TDM giveaway, all one word, in the comments section there. Then I use a comment scraper service that goes in and just reads all the comments and looks for that as a key, and then it eliminates duplicates and then randomly selects somebody from that list. So that is, again, the timeline on that is ending tomorrow. And so at noon, the entry, so I'm sorry, the drawing won't happen right away. This is kind of a busy weekend due to Mother's Day, family events, things like that. So it won't be happening right at noon tomorrow, but that's my cutoff for entries. So we'll probably do it. I'm thinking either at some point Saturday or maybe on Sunday. But I'm definitely going to try and fit it in. I'm thinking Sunday, a little bit later in the day, we'll do the drawing. So I'll put out. I'll probably just post a live announcement on YouTube, and then we'll just hop on, do a live stream like this, and we'll go ahead and show the results of the drawing there. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. And that is for, again, this deck. I have a brand new wrapped up copy of it here, ready to go to a new home. So that'll be a fun one. I'm excited for that. And there we go. So new stuff. I have some new stuff. Yeah, and yep, I saw your name in there, and maybe you'll be lucky like you were last time because you won the first contest. So that was fun. We'll see. I don't know. Tune in. So I have another deck that showed up. So the creator's Mystic. It's MYSTIIC. They made another deck that's up here somewhere. You know what? I probably have it. There we go. Here we go. First deck I have of theirs is in this beautiful bag with the key embroidered on it, which is so cool. Um, it's the Lux Ex Umbra Tarot. This is a pip deck, um, and well, it won't focus happily there, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful creation. Um, Really amazing execution. Quality is top notch. So I got an email from them. I get emails from them on on a regular basis, but they just had a limited release of Le Noir, which is an oracle deck, Le Noir of Odalin. Um, it's a little. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. This is yet another amazing production quality. Just such a cool deck, and it's actually basically an oracle made from the artwork of Odilon Redon, which is a French lithograph artist from back in the late 19th century, I believe. It does have a very difficult time kind of grabbing focus on dark cards like this, but there you can kind of see. And it is just has such cool energy, and the creator, the artist, just was kind of well known for these dreamscape dark images, and it's a gem. But yep, Tarot Jail at the moment, totally understand. And I think maybe this one you can kind of take a breather anyway, because I believe it's back to being unavailable at the moment, but I'm not totally sure on that. You'd kind of have to go to their website to see, um, but it does have just some. It is, the black and white is really great, and some of the little subtleties, and I'm so glad they chose to make an oracle out of this artist's work, because it's so fitting. It's just, these images just really easily lend themselves to oracle, and this is probably the most excited I've been about an oracle since, I don't know, maybe where's that little bugger? Maybe this one, Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle, which is delightful too. Also, it has the gold. The numbers are all, they have gold foiling and stuff. Not the titles at the bottom, but the numbers at the top have gold foiling. There is no book with this that comes with it. There may be a book that you can buy with the deck, or from the Mystic website. I'm not totally sure, but it's gorgeous. Whoops. The Alchemist. Just such cool imagery. And I think the artist was way ahead of his time in terms of this sort of dreamlike quality. Because I think at the same time, I'm thinking, Art Nouveau was getting close to coming up. I think during when this artist would have been featured, or coming up and being popular, which is kind of remarkable, because if you think about the style of Art Nouveau compared to this type of imagery, way different. Here's one of his most famous images that you'll see this referenced whenever you search his name. But yes, so yeah, so let's see, let's check out the comments again here. So yeah, okay, yeah, a lot of shadow work with this tool. Face, yeah, yeah, you could definitely do a lot of shadow work with this. I think I mean, here's a card. I mean, if that doesn't lend itself to shadow work, this kind of I don't know. It's pretty remarkable. So, anyway, Mildred Payne. Speaking of Mildred Payne's, did you pre-order the Xammer Twins Oracle? I have not yet. I need to do that. Yeah, that's a good point. I appreciate the reminder on that. Yeah, it is quite nice. There's just so much here. And I do really, I think this is one of the rare instances where someone is able to take a single artist and turn their body of work, in this case, I think fairly small portion, into a concise deck that has some real gravity to it. Because I feel like sometimes people, it's kind of a stretch, you know what I mean? Like sometimes people try to make a single artist's work fit into, like, squeeze into the mold of an oracle somehow. But there are always cards in there that you're kind of like, yeah, I guess I see where you were going with this, but it doesn't quite work. Instead, this one, I think, just nailed it. It just feels spot on all the way through. Every choice for image and the corresponding words. Yeah, some really don't require any sort of additional. I'm trying to find, there we go, that hero card for you again. Yeah, hero card that is quite an image there. Good plan, Tom, because I think they're really good about notifying when something's going live on their site, but they tend to be really short windows of opportunity to be able to pick up the decks. So this one, it's been out since 2021, I believe. And I was unaware, even though, I have the Lux X Umbra and I love that deck and I get the emails, yada yada, but I just, for some reason, wasn't aware of this one, and I'm kicking myself because I love it. But it may not have been available, actually. It might have been one of those that I saw it listed on their site, but it wasn't available for purchase, so I just said, okay, whatever. Guess I can't get it now. Now I'm looking for this came with art cards. They usually send, a couple of goodies along with it, so this did come with a couple of art cards, so I can yep, it is. It's a man and a horse, you're right. And you saw, yeah, I think you caught that quicker than I did. It took me some time to to notice that myself. Hi Maruda, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Yeah, I will definitely do that. I'll let you know for sure, because I think it's very promising, and in addition to just I think this will make a really good companion oracle to some tarot decks, even the Lux X Umbra perhaps. These are the art cards, so these are prints then of the full artwork without, and they're rather large, so compared with the size of the cards themselves, quite a bit wider and taller. And then there's some information on the back for each one. It does tell you which card is referenced, but yes, very cool. Just catching up on chat here. It's going by a little bit. And royalty is here. Tarot Stash, Gerald, how you doing? Doing the last 10 decks. We're not, but actually, it's not a bad idea. I'm just kind of showing some things that I got recently. Right now, we're doing the Le Noir of Eidolon, which is an oracle from Mystic, same people that did Lux Ex Umbra. So I picked this up because they sent an alert, got it an email, said the deck's available, limited time. I think it was only going to be live on their site for maybe 48 hours or something like that. Not a lot of time to act on it, but very, very, very cool deck. So, Gerald, you are just about at 1,000 subs, if I'm not mistaken. And it's, I mean, like maybe 50 away, maybe not even. I heard that on Chris's broadcast last night from Elemental Cartomancy. He mentioned that you were getting close. So it's you're getting there. I mean, that's pretty cool, you know. And I know that I don't think you're one that like follows that real closely. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's neat because it just shows. I mean, there's been a lot of growth there. And I think it's a nice reflection of what you mean to this community, and I know it's your presence is obviously has been influential for me and very important. So I really appreciate that. So yeah, and again, you know, this is one. It's not available very frequently, but I gather, Hershey, that they do reprints periodically. So this could be one of those that, you know, you tuck away the $5 now and then, and eventually it'll pop up again, be available, and you know, maybe that'll be the time. But yeah, pretty cool. So just catching up on chat here again. Oh, Earth Magic, yeah. Great. Oh, out for delivery, so it's showing up. That's one of the things I was gonna mention that I picked up as well. But in addition to that, I have something to put it in that's pretty special. So I do make my own tarot pouches, but the inspiration from that was ultimately from Kelly Bear, because Kelly Bear, she makes amazing pouches, and I actually got one from her latest release. I was so excited to be able to get on there and find out that there were actually, I think there were 3 left, and I was shocked because they normally sell out immediately. And it has this wonderful little bee and flower thing, whatever I can't remember what you call it. But very cool. So anyway, I am storing my Earth Magic in there because when I saw it, it has this, you know, like golden honey kind of color on the pouch, but that matches the tiny little dot detail on the backs of this. I mean, it's almost perfect. And then that black ribbon, I have a feeling that she did this on purpose. I don't know for sure, but I know she has. I think in the past she has done some matching like that, where she kind of takes a look at what's out there or what she's interested even, and just picks some matching colors. And so, anyway, I think that's what's going on there. So, apologies, I might be letting the chat roll by here. So. Oh yeah, yep, it's getting close, and I didn't know until Chris brought it up in his chat, but you know, but it's coming. And Tom, I mean, I'm telling you, you know, you have really good skills there, so it'd be great to see some more stuff. And ultimately, does it matter how many subs we have? Not really. It's just fun to be able to do it, and that's, I mean, I really love being in this space and being able to chat with people like you, and that's ultimately what matters here. So if I had the people that are in, I mean, there are 7 people watching now. If I had 7 subs, great. And if it was all of you, then I'd be a happy camper. So, you know, whatever. Anything else is icing on the cake, I guess. So, All right. So let's see here. Yeah, Kelly bags, pretty amazing. Um, one thing I'm going to throw this out there. If one thing I'm trying to do here is test this evening. I had mentioned at the beginning, and part of testing this new thing, this new environment. Um, I think maybe it would be nice if anybody's willing and able and would like to join in here on the live. I can send a link. Um, I'd be happy to do that, and would love to have somebody hop on if anybody's interested. Um, and if you want a nice lightweight live, now's the time too. We don't have. I didn't announce this way in advance just because I've been super busy and thought, well, maybe I'll just pop on, and it's kind of fun to do that anyway when the time allows. So yeah, so that's I'm just throwing that out there. If anybody wants to, let me know, and I'll send the link. Maybe I'll post if I can figure out how to do it. I might post the link in in the chat here, so we'll see. Maybe someone could host an early Nerd Stash show. um, it is a good idea. I like that. No camera set up on this computer. No problem. Yeah, whatever. And no pressure either. If somebody's available, great. And if you're not able to, that's fine too. Totally understand. And so let's see. So I mentioned the Kelly bag. I mentioned the Le Noir. Along those lines, Le Noir being French and Mystic, the company being French. I am taking a journey. We're doing a vacation this summer. And so I'm going to need some ideas for anyone who's been to, let's see. Well, we're going to London, for a bit, and which we've been there before, but we're going to spend more time. And we're actually going to take the Channel, the high-speed train, over to Paris and spend some time there. So if anybody knows of any esoteric shops, I know London has the one big famous bookstore. Can't think of the name of it right now, but I know the one I'm planning to go to. But I never hear anything about Paris, and I'm sure they have some really cool stuff. I mean, stuff like this is coming out of there, right? So they have to have some cool shops. So that would be cool. Yes, that's it. That's Watkins Books. Yep, that's the one. So I'll be heading there for sure. Yeah, we're gonna check out all the hot spots, but looking for ideas. If anybody knows of anything, if you've ever been and know of any thoughts. So, and yeah, 3 stops away from getting a delivery from the Zone of Emma. Yeah, exactly. I hear drums in the background, and that would fit with my my opening theme and everything. So, yeah, that's good. I'd appreciate if if you happen to have the name or anything. I mean, that might be helpful. That'd be somebody I could probably use as a resource too. So thank you, Hershey. Yeah, very excited. Oh, and Treadwell's too. Yep. Okay. Keep that in mind. And we will probably be hitting as many bookstores as we can during this. I'm going to. I'm just going to double check the stream right now. Pardon my echo there. I'm going to double check this stream right now because, yep, I just wanted to make sure that I had you all listed. Okay. I have some moderators. Just wanted to make sure because, I don't anticipate it being an issue, but just I couldn't remember. And this streaming service I'm using now doesn't show that in the chat on the side. So Um, anyway, let's see. So I got the Earth Magic, got the Le Noir. Also, this, speaking of the Zahn of Amma, um, oops, upside down. I got the Squid Cake Marseille because it came up on Three Fat Readers, their last broadcast, and I thought, oh, yep, that. I mean, I love Marseille, and I thought it would look like a really fun twist, modern twist on Marseille. So I thought I'd check that out, but it was a bit of an adventure trying to get it. Oddly enough, so I wouldn't say that I'm super picky. Hi, Tarot Destiny. Good to see you here. It is a really cute deck, yeah, and I love the size. I love the fact that it's Marseille and very playful modern take on it, but still true to form, which is fun. Um, but I ordered the deck on Amazon. It showed up the next day, and it was wrapped in this like loose plastic bag thing. And I opened it up, and the deck had been shuffled, and there was no plastic wrap on anything, and the book was like open. And then I look at the inside of the box, and somebody had written with pen on the inside of the box. They drew a little design in there. So I thought, okay, this is clearly a used deck, and it's described as new on the website. So I don't normally fuss about that kind of stuff too much, but somebody wrote in it, for Pete's sake. It was just bizarre. So I processed a return. Perfect. Thank you. The Waves of Your Soul. Okay. So I'll definitely check that out. Appreciate it. Processed a return. They sent a replacement, and it was wrapped in the same way. And I opened that up, and sure enough, same thing. It was not written in this time, but it was actually a little bit damaged. Just no thanks. Yeah. So I finally got a new one. That's what this one is. So they sent me one that was actually wrapped. It actually had, the cards had never been taken out of the box or shuffled or anything else. And so it was just a bizarre experience. Not one I've ever run into ordering a deck on Amazon. This was clearly a first for me for that. So, but it's a fun one. I'm just going to pop some cards down on the table so you can kind of see if it's one you haven't seen. But this Le Noir, I'm loving it. I think it's going to be a fast favorite, and I don't always feel quite so strongly about Oracle, but. Yeah, I agree. If you don't order used, they should be fully wrapped. That's how I feel. And it not only was it not wrapped, but to have writing on the inside. I mean, it wasn't wrapped. It had writing on the inside. It had obviously been shuffled and messed around with, and it just, what I ordered was a new deck, and this was not really a new deck. So it's just, I don't know. Wasn't the best experience, especially since their resolution for it didn't really do anything. It just sort of ended up in me getting yet another used deck. So cute little book. It's fairly sizable. It has some good information in it. I really liked their approach because they talk about Marseille in the way that I like to think about Marseille and the way I like to read, which has to do with, heavy emphasis on directionality, on interaction between the cards as you put them down, who's looking at who and what else can you get out of the images that might not be part of a standard interpretation because of the interplay. So kind of a neat little thing. I agree. That's true. That's a good point too. Um, and sometimes even in that case, sometimes they'll sign an extra card or something and include that, which I think is what happened. Oh no, actually, it was the box. I think it was the box and an extra card. My Guardians of the Night or Guardian of the Night Tarot was signed, um, and it helps if that's the approach they take, to sign something other than one of the cards in the sealed deck. So anyway, fun, really fun, just great little deck, and I think this will be a fun. Some of these cards are just great, and still, like I said, just having that neat factor of still being authentic to the Marseille form, but then riding on a chicken like you do. It's nice. And it's also cute in a way that I mean, somebody described it in the chat, I think during that Three Fat Readers broadcast, that it's like the Marseille deck with a bunch of homeless stoners, which I thought it's a strong way to put it, but just they let's just say they're maybe disheveled, and it's fun to just see a bunch of disheveled characters playing around on your tarot cards. So 'tis a fun one. And I mean, obviously I have a thing for this kind of shade, I like the purples, pinks, lavenders, the whole deal. And I'm a sucker for a good matte colored edging treatment. And this one's not picking up super good, but it is like a Pepto-Bismol kind of pink coloring on the edging there. So that's pretty fun. I like it. So yeah, that's another one, new one. Looks a little zombie like. It does have that vibe to it. So let's see what else has been going on. Like I said, and I don't know how much of this came through before, but we do have the yep, there we go, Tom, right on cue. See, you're backing me up. I appreciate that. Yes, this deck, for anybody who hasn't seen already, I do have a contest going on right now that entries end tomorrow at noon Eastern. And you head to the video. It's just a couple videos back. It's r/tarot where I talked about Reddit. And it has a big green giveaway banner on the thumbnail for that video. Go to the chat if you're subscribed, which everybody here is. Go to the chat, type in TDM giveaway just as it is here, all caps, and then I'll tomorrow at some point after the contest closes, or at the time that it closes, I'll be scraping those comments using an automatic service, and we'll pick a random winner. So, and then they'll get the new copy that I have. And guess what? It's actually new. It's wrapped. It's sealed. it's not new. So yeah, that's the deal. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. There's your link, and that'll get you the place to enter. So, yeah, that's coming up, and then after that, probably gonna start getting a little bit, or starting to concentrate a little bit more on getting back into a steady routine. I have the series with Gerald, that we are overdue for a continuation. So um, we want to do more of those deck test drives, and those are really fun to do live with Gerald. So I think that's going to be something coming up. So stay tuned, Gerald. I know you've been patiently waiting for me to kind of catch up with the times and get a request out to you on that. So it's coming. We will do that soon, and looking forward to it. And then also, Hershey, you had mentioned you might be interested in doing a live at some point. That would be great. We can certainly, set something up. Yeah, looking forward to it, Gerald. So we will get back into that, and just in general, I'd actually like to do more readings too. I haven't done any of that online in a long time. Um, and I think it'd be nice to get back into that routine as well. So, of course, that's part of our test drive. When we do the deck test drives, we do readings along with that experience. So that certainly will help me get that goal. But also, I've been thinking about doing a regular thing. So I think I've been thinking about maybe Sundays, um, maybe late morning, at least for me, in Eastern time zone. I keep finding myself in that time slot, sort of, in in limbo. Interested in doing. Yeah, yes, I do, Gerald. Yes, I do, Gerald. Let me hold on. Hold that thought. Let me invite a guest. Bear with me. I'm doing a thing right now. It's coming. It's coming your way. Stand by, folks. So while I'm doing that, um, I basically Sundays. A lot of times I'm just I don't know, like Sunday mornings. I get my coffee. I have a little routine where I drive around um and bear with me. I know it's got to be really awkward. I'm not seeing what's happening on the screen right now, but um, now I don't know why this isn't doing what I expect it to be doing. But let's try it a different way here. So my wife and son tend to be late people, and I'm not a late person necessarily. I tend to um, I like getting up kind of early. Actually, it's kind of a problem. I like both. I'm afraid of missing out on stuff. I'm one of those people. So as a result, I end up just burning the candle at both ends all the time. And right now, Gerald, I'm working on replying to one of your previous emails with the link to get in this stream. There you go. So check your email, and chat's just blowing up here. I go back in and aha, Chris, thank you for joining in. I really appreciate you stopping by. It's great to see you. I was just talking about the fact that you were talking about Gerald's channel last night and mentioning how he was getting close to 1,000. So it was generous of you to bring that up, and I wanted to mention that too because it's pretty exciting. So, um, and yep, we're wait. I'll see if anything happens here with if Gerald's able to find my link. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Um, Hershey, definitely let's plan on that then. So I really appreciate it. It's so cool that I'm so tickled that I was actually a part of anyone finding this stuff. It's just amazing to me because I'm a tiny little channel in a sea of some really great people, including Gerald and Chris and Simon and of course. So it's just it's been really fun. So very happy to to be a part of that. So well, Check this out, folks.
Hello.
It's Gerald. Hello. Thank you very much for popping on.
You're welcome. You're all fancy schmancy.
I'm trying out this new service and just seeing how it works. And other than a major hiccup at the beginning where I couldn't get anything to I didn't have video. Luckily, Tom let me know that he wasn't seeing anything, and so um, so I messed around and I finally figured it out. There's a little button that says studio mode. It didn't tell me that I had to have studio mode on to
Oh,
actually be live, but here we are. So yeah. So how you doing, Gerald?
I am well. Can I see the chat?
Good question.
I can if I go to the bottom, show chat, but then it covers up. But let me see if I embiggen it. Okay, it says social.
I'm I'm still learning this platform, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hopefully it's user friendly on your end as well. It's um it's fairly similar to StreamYard,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. Has a few differences. So
Ooh,
looking
moderate.
great in green.
There you go. Well, thank you. I have a live that I'm doing at 8 o'clock tonight. My,
Oh, great.
my
Okay.
volume is a bit low.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe it's because you usually have your earbuds in. I noticed it was a little bit low too, but I couldn't tell if that was me or what.
Let's see if I can. Well, that's okay. I don't know if that's any better. Noise
Yeah.
suppression
It's not.
recommended. I don't know if that's any better.
Oh, Tom said good now before, but then it went quiet again.
Is that better? Is that better? I can't see these things.
Oh,
So
we're getting a thumbs up now.
okay.
Yeah, I think maybe we're okay.
So there you go.
So what is tonight the political readings?
Yes, I'm doing political readings. So it'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
we'll have
going
to tune in for that.
Yeah, I was shuffling decks. I'm using the Revelations Tarot
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and the Tarot of Oppositions. I figured let's try that.
Right. There you go.
So,
Yeah,
and,
that'll be fascinating because it's not only is it not something I've done, but I've also not watched a lot of it, so I don't even know what the general feel is
so I don't really.
um on those types of readings and stuff. So I think it'll be really interesting.
Oh, Chris wants me to do elemental cartomancy. Wants me to do interpretive dance.
Yep,
So
I would
I'll get
appreciate
my
that.
tiny hands out and we'll do it that way. So because you always need that. And thanks, by the way, Chris, for the trying to get me to 1,000. That's very nice of you. And we'll have.
Oh yeah. Hey, wait
Got
a minute. I haven't had to use my fan in a long time, but I use my mini fan. Did you see my mini fan?
I love your mini fan. I think your mini fan is awesome. That is so funny.
My wife made that when the first time I was going to go on a live with you.
Yep.
She made sure I was well equipped, but I also I have this one that is almost camouflage on my background, so it's like the
Oh,
same
that's
color.
nice. Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah, fun stuff.
So I just got a delivery of a webcam because I'm going to try I'm going to maybe try OBS. Is that the
Ah,
software or
yep,
something that will allow me to do an overhead
yes.
picture? So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I just actually that's been part of my recent tech overhaul for my stuff is a new camera. I got it's called the Insta now I can't think of it. Insta 360. Oh goodness, I don't recall. Um, it's sitting right in front of me, but I can't read the name on it. But it's like an AI controlled camera that apparently can do all kinds of weird things. Like it'll follow me if I set it up to do that. It'll also do it does its own down shots. So you can just click it and it turns down on its own and reverses the image and shows, I don't know, does corrections and stuff. So
Wow.
that's been interesting. Um, yeah. I've out Geralded Gerald, Chris says, with the tiny hand with the tiny fan.
That is
Uh,
total I mean, it broke me up when I saw it. It was like, "This is brilliant.
I
This
was
is
so
great."
excited. I mean, the level of craftsmanship, she actually, it's actually little, no, well, I made the little slices of wood, but those are wooden slats, and she folded the paper around it. Oh, goodness.
I'm just like,
Black.
it's crazy. I mean, it's certainly here. Let me get this out because it's certainly an overachiever. You're an overachiever with that.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I'll I'll
Yeah.
I'll split that credit with my wife.
There you
She's
go.
very deserving. Yeah, need a cam, just build a new PC. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the thing, Tom. I if you're interested, I have a couple of extra cams now. So there's that. One of which is it's one of the nice popular models. It looked like you had the same brand, Gerald, that you just got. What's the brand on that one?
Um, Emet Smart Cam.
It's not an EMET. But it's the same shape. No, that's not
Is it
what
a
I wanted.
Logitech?
Logitech. That's it. It's a
Okay.
Logitech. I have two Logitechs. I have a. They're both. I believe they'll both do HD. One of them's a little higher grade than the other one, but I was just looking for a single. I wanted a single solution that'll do up and down, and so that's why I ended up going with this one. And the because I had this mess of stuff in front of me to try and get a down shot, to try and get a forward shot, and it mostly has to do with the fact that I'm operating on top of an antique oak table instead of a desk, so I didn't really have anywhere to properly mount stuff, so it was just a mess. So I wanted to get rid of all that so that I could just have some other solution. But yes, please do, Tom.
I'm,
And
I'm using one of those TV tables. Those little
Yeah,
things.
yeah, those are great too.
So, and since my iPad crashed about a month or so ago,
Oh,
I've upgraded to a new laptop. So I'm still getting used to that.
yep, that does take some time.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, Terror
So
Destiny films on iPhone. That seems to be a really good way to go, honestly. That you get really high quality. In a lot of cases, it's better quality than you get with some of the webcams and things like that.
yeah,
And what I found difficult when I was first starting and using a phone is that it didn't work well with some of the software I was trying to use. So I
mm,
just trying to get all those factors to mash up and work well together. In fact, that's the reason I dropped StreamYard in favor of EV Mux. Is StreamYard? I got this new camera, and the new camera actually will do 4K. And StreamYard wouldn't it like tamped down its resolution every time I logged on. It stamped
no,
it down to 720 no matter what I did. I just couldn't, I don't know. Super annoying. So I started looking around and I heard a lot of good things about EV Mux and I thought I'd give it a try. So here we are.
yeah. I'm just looking through all of the stuff at the bottom because the one thing that would take me some getting used to is the showing the chat and the social because it doesn't stay up. I can't
Oh, so
see
that's good to know that it's doing that on your end because it doesn't do that on my end. So I guess if you're the host, it shows it constantly in stream, just on the side like it does in StreamYard. So
unless there's a way that I can do that I don't know. So
There might be a way to pin it in a certain location or something. I'm not sure. It's
I don't
hard to
know.
say for sure, but
It's all right, but
and Hershey actually, watching your videos too, that's the thing. The quality is fine. I mean, it really, it's not that bad. And it's funny because I'm, I'm picky about the way my stuff is showing up for me, but it's
hmm
only for me that I'm picky about that with. When I watch other people's content, I really I don't even pay that much attention, honestly, to any of that stuff. It's really the nature of the content and the stuff that's going on that draws me in and keeps me there. And it's so, I mean, do what you're gonna do, and use what you have, and are still gonna be total. I know I'll be fine with it. It doesn't make any difference to me. It's just
sure.
my own stuff that I just feel compelled to. I don't know. Do it's like it's like a hobby. You just kind of you play around with things, and that's half of it too. It's just fun.
That's what I think. It's meant to be fun.
Yep, exactly.
Well, that's what I think. It's meant to
I
be
do
fun.
too. Agreed.
So look, I have
What
this.
else do you have this weekend, Daryl? Do you have
I have this tiny finger. Sorry.
just that one tiny thing? Hold on,
So,
I
what
gotta
has he
see if
got?
this is a bag.
Oh, I have the same one. I got the
Yeah,
same one.
yeah. With it's bizarre that it has these little like they're like the little armature things that you're
Oh no,
supposed
I
to.
don't have that one. That's bizarre.
It's weird because like
Oh yeah, so you can cut put you could put your cuffs down and you can hold them
yeah, yeah.
with your cuffs. So sorry,
Yep.
I should not be
Little extenders so that
so
you can do one of these
yeah, exactly.
kind
That's
of.
exactly right.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly
So
right.
it's funny, but then it also came with the feet.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't think Jamie's watching, but somebody did just jump out. So maybe it was her. Maybe she hopped on and
Saw the
realized it was the
tiny
tiny
hands.
feet show,
Yeah.
tiny hand show, and
She's going,
she had to get out.
no. Oh my gosh. Oh no. So tomorrow I'm doing something with Carla and Peter J. Watts on Carla's channel. We're talking about his Oracle deck, and I'm talking a little bit about bibliomancy. So
Oh, okay.
bye. Modern for Tarot Oracle. Cool.
Yeah,
So that's cool. Oh, it
yeah.
must have just started. That's cool.
And I saw Richie's birthday. I caught a little bit of that um, on my lunch hour today, so that was good timing. I was able to see a little bit. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It
So
was fun. It was good, and he was. I haven't heard from him, so I hope he did go out with his family. Had enough beverages to enjoy for him to enjoy,
yeah,
and but it's been a long week for him. He said. So.
yeah. I can relate to that. Sip, sip.
Hmm.
Very, very busy times.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Oh yeah.
good, but busy. So
Yes. Oh yeah.
well,
So.
I was mentioning, this whole Sunday thing, and part of the idea behind that is I almost feel like, and I don't want to say it's any sort of like replacement for a church or something like that if people have traditions or whatever.
Hmm.
But for me, that was a thing that my family did every Sunday when I
Sure.
was growing up, and I kind of miss um the sacred space of it all, I
Hmm.
think, is part of it.
Yeah.
But without the rest of it that is and I think one thing that I was is attractive to me about the concept of doing kind of a regular thing on Sunday mornings is to just have that sense of community. And I mean, this is the best community around, so if
Well, I
people
think
are
so.
free and what's
Hmm.
that.
I said I think so. I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. And And if people would, if they're available and they want to hop on, or if people want to join the lives, or they want to just be in chat,
Mhm.
we can just kind of spend a little time together and
Yeah,
sort of make it a regular thing.
because I know I don't do a whole lot on my channel on Friday evening, Saturday, or Sunday because I know people like you who work,
Yeah.
and the weekend is the best time to do it. So,
Yeah.
but I know there are a lot of lives on Sunday
Yes.
because the three fat readers go. About four other people they go in the afternoon, like 3 Eastern tends to be a time when a lot of people are going. So if you go early,
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, like 10:30, 11, something like that.
yeah,
Um, it'd be a little tough for the West Coast folks, but anybody east, and especially over across the pond, that would
sure,
want to be involved, that might be a decent time. So,
yeah.
uh, certainly worth checking out, but might give it a try. But
Oh, Tom said I'm setting up my laptop if you want another pop on.
oh, heck yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
I'll let me get you a link for that.
Because Hershey was also asking, is it church or just spiritual chat?
Well, I mean, in terms of my thinking of what this would be, certainly just kind of a fun little, um, you know,
Yeah,
loosely tarot and oracle themed
I'm still
thing
here.
to do. So, okay.
I have to close
Yep.
my back door because um, it started to rain.
Oh, I know we have some coming in, and I have open windows myself, so hopefully somebody will attend to that for us. But
One would hope, right?
yep, one would hope. Absolutely. All right, here we
It's
go.
coming down hard. Okay,
Uh oh.
it's all right.
All right, I am currently trying to. Let's see. Well, Tom, I'm trying. He said BRB, but it's being a little stubborn here.
And I can't fit because I have an Air MacBook Air. Of
Oh yeah.
course, it doesn't have any USB ports.
Yep.
So
You're good at
I did
that.
yeah, they're like that. I did buy a thing that I could do that I can use for USB, and of
Hmm.
course I've misplaced it.
Ah,
So
yeah.
in the shifting of things around, and I'm like going, well, I put it right there, and it's like
Oh man.
first world problems, right?
Right. Yep.
Because but anyhow, so
I'm just about to get the link over to Tom. So
yeah, I keep trying to figure out how to if there's any way that I can actually see the chat at the same time. And
yeah, I can see that on my end there are dividers that you can drag between the different sections. But let me ask you this: at the top of yours, do you have a little toggle switch that says Studio Mode? So it
no,
would be like right above us.
I don't.
Okay.
And I'm full screen now, but it doesn't give me that.
Hmm.
So
Um. Yeah, there are. I'm seeing a few different sections on mine, and so it has a comments tab that stays active on a section on the screen. But I'm wondering if there's something I can do with settings on my end that might perhaps
well, it's bizarre.
offer that view for you.
Well, I have a picture of me that's down below that says on stage, and if I click on that, I get an echo. So
Yeah,
I don't want to get an echo. That's annoying.
yeah, yeah. Because this has a backstage push to talk feature, so you and I could talk to each other um, without the audio going through the broadcast too.
Fancy schmancy.
Yeah, and there's a private chat feature, so we could chat with each other and say things about the people that are watching. We could be nasty if we wanted to.
Why would we do that? I mean, it's funner
That's
to
a good
do it in
question.
front of everybody.
That's very, very true. Yeah. Tom, if you're still able to hear us, I did send a link to your email, so just click on that link and it should bring you in. Um, but Gerald, did you see that I got a Kelly bag?
I did. I
Yeah, I was.
and it works really well with that deck that you have.
Yeah, the Earth Magic.
Okay.
Um, yeah, great little combination there. I need to get back to making more of mine. I do the vertical style for mine,
Mhm.
so with the button instead of the horizontal, but I really like them both, and so it's nice to have some variety being the spice and all that.
Sure.
Um, but I haven't made any for myself in a long time, so anxious to get back to that. But she inspired my path
Due to
on.
limited bandwidth, there is a possibility of significant reduction in your video quality. So it's probably me, and I'm doing auto resolution.
Still looks fine on our end.
Yeah. I've been having issues with that of late where my
Yeah.
my bandwidth is gone, and I got the thing to be able to allow me to plug in the the data.
Oh yeah, the net like a network
Yeah,
cable.
yeah, network cable. So
Yeah, that's nice. I need to do that because um, yeah, I'm down. It does. It looks good, Gerald. So I had that alert early on too, but it seems to disappear. But I'm actually kind of near the input of where our signal comes in, and we're supposed to get gig internet, but of course my router is all the way up on
well, of
the
course it
top
is.
floor with so and I'm all the way in the basement, so I just yeah, sometimes the signal doesn't carry all the way down here all that great. So Kelly Bag, yes. Where do we find her? So Kelly is Kelly Bear on YouTube. And she is from England, and she makes and sells these bags on Etsy in her
Mhm.
shop on Etsy. So you can find her bags there. She does regular releases, and she will announce on her YouTube channel. If you follow her YouTube channel, she'll announce when new release is coming up. Oh, and we have an arrival. Let me see if I can. There we go. Tom,
Hey,
welcome to the stream. This
Hi,
is great.
Tom.
how you doing?
Good.
Good.
How are
Nice
you?
to meet you.
Good.
Nice
Audio's
to see
okay?
your
Yeah.
face, I should say.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Audio seems good. Video seems good.
Great. I'm just running two computers for a second, so give me 1 minute.
Sure thing.
All right.
I was looking for the Kelly bags. I can't remember the name of
Mm,
her Etsy store.
yeah. I can pull
Kelly
it up.
Bear Art found it.
That's it. Yep. There you go.
And I just got my Earth Magic.
Oh, awesome. Very
So,
cool.
very excited.
Yeah, it's a good one. I love the Expert Playing Card Company. I like the way their production quality is great. I mean, they do
Agreed.
have it's like super slippery card stock, but it's also linen, so it does take I always have to adjust my shuffling a little bit so that I don't have cards flying all over the place.
Hmm.
But once you get in
Yeah.
that mode, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I only have, right now, I only have Supra, Oracle, and
Yeah.
now Earth Magic and that. But
Yeah.
I definitely still need to get Pagan Otherworlds. Definitely.
Yeah. It's a good one.
I
Gerald, do
have
you have that?
I have Peg and Other Worlds, and I have the Supra, but they're not decks that I've used. Those would be part of the shop my stash, waiting for the right time.
Yep.
Hmm.
Because I bought the guidebook as well. Because I think I
Yeah.
bought the Uzi. I think I bought three of the decks, and the Peg and Other Worlds. The what was the other one that you said, Tom? The
Supra, the Supra
Supra,
Oracle.
and then
That's by
there's
Uzi also.
another one, and I can't remember what that one's
Yeah.
called.
They have a third.
Oh, Materia.
Yes. Ooh,
Oh, okay. I
Tom
don't
is
have that one.
bringing it.
Yep.
Dang.
I almost
That was
bought
the
that.
stuff.
They actually, oddly enough, I saw that in a Crate and Barrel or CB2. Actually, I was
Really?
like, and they actually were selling the Materia deck, but it was
Wow.
like
Wow.
$10 more than if you bought it from the Uzi site. So I was like, nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's weird that they would mark it up. I mean, usually on something
Yeah,
like that, the publishers are pretty clear. If you're going to be a distributor of this, you need to sell it for our published price. But yeah, that's crazy that it was even there.
yeah,
That's
I
wild.
was shocked. Yeah, it
Huh.
was a weird find,
Yeah,
but
sure.
they had it.
Yeah, that's
Well, and
funny.
I got the Pasta Tarot. That was a Kickstarter, and I interviewed one of the creators of that last year on my channel, and they're being mass produced, and they're now available in H&M.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, so I mean, good for them.
Yeah,
Dang.
right. Huh.
So
It's wild.
So, is there an easy way to see the chat in this, or plug me out?
That's what Gerald was struggling with. So I'm very
if you
curious to see.
look down, do you have my?
Show chat. Okay, I
It's
got it.
the show chat, and when you started it, it shows chat between us, and then the social
Yep,
goes down,
comments.
but
Okay,
it doesn't stay. So
okay.
We got to find a way to
yeah,
make that work better.
and yes, Tarot Destiny. Linen is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yes, Hershey. H&M is a store. It's a
Yep.
clothing
It's
store, actually.
yeah. I think a clothing store. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they sell a lot of different things, but yeah,
Mm.
it's mainly clothing. Sorry if I'm making noise. I'm opening my Earth Magic.
Yeah. Wow. I can't blame you for that.
Well,
Hey,
you
this is
could
hey
be like,
everybody.
and wait for 25 months, Tom.
This is an official unboxing now. See,
Exactly.
we've just expanded the scope on this video.
Woohoo!
So the only thing that I'd complain about with both Uzi and this Earth Magic is the overpriced book.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yep.
trying to line it up.
Mm.
I feel like you need it, but it's like $50 or 30. Was it $30? I think.
I actually didn't
It was
get the book on
ridiculous.
Earth Magic.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. The Earth Magic cards, I wasn't sure. Honestly was on the fence about. But I was really happy that I got it for the Super deck.
Yeah,
Because
I
it
did for the
really
Super
helped
too.
some of the meetings.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice, nice little.
Yeah.
yeah, the nice little bag.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't been in the Spencers in like 3 years. I went
Uh,
in January of 2020, where I bought a tattoo tarot deck, and then I also bought some incense that wasn't horrible smelling, wasn't powdery.
oh yeah. Yeah. I
So,
can't. Yeah, that's a good way to describe. If I'm picturing the same thing, that's a scent profile I can't handle with incense. But I do. In fact,
Yeah.
we've been on longer than I expected. I burned through all my incense already, so I might light some more up. But I've been using the one that Simon recommended a couple years ago.
I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Morningstar.
Morningstar cedarwood it's delightful, and I love the ones without that bamboo stick because the smoke is less intense, and you know, you just get the good stuff.
Yeah, I like frankincense. Frankincense is a good
Yep.
overall protective scent for me because I don't know about the two of you or anybody watching, but before I do anything live, I am usually burning some incense,
Yeah.
creating my own little bubble. So
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And have you ever done the frankincense in its like natural form, like the resin?
mhm,
Yeah,
yes,
that's so okay. Here's a question: do you do it with the charcoal pucks
I
over
have
like
done
the
that.
wood?
Yes, yes.
Because I've tried that and had very little luck.
There is a particular way that you're supposed to start, where you're supposed to put the charcoal in. There's
Okay,
a concave and a convex, and I
Yeah.
cannot remember which one is it. Do you know which way it is where you're supposed to put? Is it the convex down?
I thought
No,
the cup is
y-
up, right?
yeah, the cup is up. Yeah, so I never remember which is convex and which is concave, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
it's supposed
making
to
it
be like a
up.
cup. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. Well, and then there's some like the self-igniting ones and the non-self-igniting ones,
yeah,
and so the first round I got, they were not self-igniting, so that didn't work as well. I had to use a torch to get the whole thing to light evenly,
mm,
and then it seemed to be fine. But I don't know. I think the setup I had, there seemed to be too much space between the incense grate at the top and the charcoal puck, so it really didn't do anything. And I don't know. It's probably just a fine tuning, gotta mess around with it thing.
I actually just put the resin right on right on the charcoal.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
yeah,
but I grew up serving mass at the Catholic Church,
Oh,
and
yeah.
incense and the censer in the boat were always
Yep.
a big deal. And just so that you know, you knew you were one of the one of the higher up servers of mass if you could use the censer, hold the censer
Yep.
in the boat. So it was like, oh yeah.
Yep.
So
That's
I'm a little bit of ceremonial magic.
yeah.
Love that.
That's all it
yeah.
is.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep. I've always been kind of obsessed with all of that ceremony, and
Yeah,
it's funny because actually my wife and I met when I was the acolyte in my church. Um, I was, like, I don't know, 13 or 14 years old and used to light the candles. And so, yeah, and
Love that.
fun stuff.
I
All
love
right. Yeah. I
I
actually got,
rarely go to church.
I got a variety of the resins, like myrrh and frankincense and all those different things. And
Mhm.
I think it's high time I get some of those back out and experiment, and just because I set them aside after I hit a few frustrations, and
Yeah.
but the scents are amazing when they would connect. It was pretty
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
I was just
There's
going through my some of my new books. Where is it? Is it here? Have you seen Have you seen this book? Speaking of magic, High Magic,
Nope,
Damien Eccles.
Yeah.
Have
I
you
have
read it,
not.
Tom?
No, I've been on the fence, honestly. Um, I've heard mixed reviews on it, so I haven't actually read it yet. I've
You
heard it's a
want
lot
my
of rehashed, like chaos magic and stuff like that,
Yeah,
kind of rehashed. But I actually haven't. I can't speak to it personally.
yeah. Do you want my opinion?
Sure.
He puts his own spin on it,
Hmm.
and if you've read some of his other books, you might see snippets in there. But yes, chaos magic, high ceremonial.
Yeah.
Um, However, the thing I appreciate about it is their practical application,
Yeah.
Mm,
where he's like going, you might want to do this for this situation, not this one.
hmm,
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
So
sense.
it's So it's like, okay,
Yeah. I mean, I give him all the credit for parlaying, his horrible story
yeah,
into, into what he has become now, which is great. You know, just because, with the West Memphis 3 and all that. So,
yeah.
It's good. Yeah, I haven't read any of his magic books, but you know,
I am reading the Angels and Archangels one as well. So
okay, yeah.
that's an interest. Those are really practical. So
Yeah.
All right, if we're sharing, I will share what I'm reading right now. The other book I don't have in front of me, but I'm reading the Two Antichrists, which
Hmm.
is from Scarlet Imprint.
oh
Huh.
okay.
It's about Jack Parsons and L. Ron Hubbard doing the Babylon ritual back
Oh
when
wow.
with Jack Parsons from JPL was part of the Thelema Lodge, the Agape Lodge in California.
Huh.
Hmm.
Wow.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
bet.
and obviously L. Ron Hubbard, everybody knows from Scientology, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
before Scientology, he was involved with some Crowleyism. So
Huh.
Hmm.
That's pretty
it's an
wild.
interesting read.
Yeah,
That's
for
cool.
sure. Very cool. Well, Gerald, you have another live coming up here soon, and
Yep. I'm
I
gonna
have
head
a
out.
dinner obligation. So
Oh, you have dinner. Okay.
I
So
do. So we're probably, and we're actually getting close to an hour and a half. So might call it here soon. And
I still like the idea of maybe an early blushing, or an early nerd stash or
yep,
something like that, or
yeah,
Yeah, we'll have to twirl our mustaches.
that's right. Yeah, I'll get some wax.
I'll just fake it.
There we
yeah.
go. Yeah, there we go.
Well, between the three of us, we've got all of it covered.
That is
Yeah,
true.
we do. Yep,
So, I mean, I
yep.
could get a fake beard. So, if you need me to.
Yeah, Tom, no pressure either way. How do you feel about doing readings on stream too? Is that something you'd be interested in, or you know,
I would
we've
try
never
it.
tried.
I'm not generally somebody who does readings for other people at all.
Okay. Yep.
Mhm.
So, but I have, and like I do some weekly stuff with a friend of mine actually that we just kind of compare. So I'd be down to definitely
Oh
try.
yeah.
It's something I would try to flex my skills with.
You could always provide color commentary. So if you
Or
didn't
that.
feel like reading at the moment, and Gerald and I are doing readings for others, you could just sort of like you could splash in some additional
Some
thoughts.
commentary.
You could make fun of us.
Sure.
Um, you know, whatever floats your boat, but it'd be fun. Yeah, we should do an early nerd stash, and
Do I need to get you a fan, Tom, or something? Do I need
You
to
know
ship
what?
it
You
for you?
might. You might.
we could also work out a small fan if that suits you better. Either way.
Oh my
Well, this was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys
Yes.
hopping on, and I'm gonna do some searches to find out for the participants what the chat looks like and how we can maybe manage that so
yeah.
that you can keep that on top, because that would be frustrating to have that get lost.
I will
But
say I do keep getting the same pop up that Gerald was getting about the low bandwidth.
do you? Yeah, I had that
Yeah.
at the start on mine, but then it went away and it was fine. So I don't know what their requirements are for bandwidth, but I haven't seen it since the start. So I'm
Yeah.
I
yeah.
I I actually changed my camera resolution to full high definition, and when I got that, I put it back to auto.
Mm,
So I didn't know if that was anything. So
maybe that helps. Hershey had a book recommendation here too. Four Insights by Alberto Villaldo.
I don't know that one.
I don't either.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. Thanks for popping that in.
Cool.
But yeah, let's we'll chat offline, find a way to make something happen. And
Definitely.
but in the meantime, look out for another deck test drive coming up at some point. Gerald and I'll get that arranged too.
So basically, everybody should just like and subscribe because it's free, and then that way they get notified. And they should like and subscribe to all three of our channels.
That's right.
Yes, please.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
Get me to break 100.
yeah, let's
I'm
do it.
almost
I'm already subscribed to you, Tom.
Me
And
too.
I even have the notifications going.
Oh
So
well, yeah, well,
Same.
it's been
Got to turn
it's
that
been a
bell
little
on.
it's been a little while since I put something up, but
no pressure. You do you in your own pace, man.
Yep. Absolutely.
So
Yep. We'll keep an eye out for new stuff, and hopefully we can have you come back and join us too. That'd be fun.
all right,
yes.
thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I'll put up the end screen. If you want to hang on, we can chat a little bit after.
Sure.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Bye.